Okay, so we're gonna get right into this. Just marker drawing. Today is Supergirl. Just started getting into her Supergirl a little bit. I was more interested in Wonder Woman. Um, Younger, I never really was interested in comics that much because I never had comics back then. So I never grew up with comics, but I knew of them. I just never had them. I had some stuff like cartoon, which I might get into a little bit later on. But I'm trying to stick with comics right now. And Supergirl, you need to draw her pretty carefully, especially with the face. It can be really small detailing, so you need like a detailed brush. But for some parts, you can use a big brush. So I'm going to start with the big parts first, just to block it in. I don't recommend drawing it freehand. Um, you don't have to. Just take a print out. If you're gonna be coloring this after, I recommend having a color printout. Go to your Photoshop or something if you don't have a printer. I don't have a printer on hand, so I need to carefully draw it out first. Sometimes I use a light box and print it out, so I have to be more careful around the face, which a smaller brush would be good to have. But around the hair, I think this same brush is okay. Copics would be the best option, but they cost I'm not sure how much they cost now. They were kind of expensive for me when I was going to college for art, so I didn't do a whole lot of Copic drawing. Did get to learn a little bit of it if I could get my hands on some markers, but if you're going to be coloring, this is supposed to be a sun or a moon or something like that. And some of the creases in the cape. I like to sign it somewhere, just to go over your pencil. This is the last drawing for the year, so I'll be up sometime near the end of December. So I don't recommend drawing from scratch. A lot of people will try to tell you, oh, you have to draw freehand. You don't. If you're learning from me, always trace out your drawing first. Freehand is more like a life drawing. So I feel I'm going fairly quick because I try to keep this video short. But I do want to be a little bit more careful around the face. I don't have a very fine brush for that yet. So here it's just even a bit. For the little face, I have to do a very fine brush. Copic might have a fine brush, but here I could even go wider for the moon, more rough. You could probably buy actually comic book paper, which I might look into if I could get a little bit of that next year. I'm not in the budget for art supplies right now. I can go with the light scribbles, something to block in the moon or the sun or whatever this is going to be. I don't know. So something like that. Follow the angle. go, so it's starting to wear out. So expensive hobby, but I do like keeping up my, at least this kind of marker drawing. Areas of the knickknacks here and there. Now I will need to switch to a smaller brush, which I don't have. The hand is over here, and this is the most I would do with this drawing. To color it, I'm just using basic crayons that I find somewhere to color something in loosely. To color this one in, I'm going to have the actual picture, a color printout in front of me, so I don't know what colors go where. So I just left that one and colored the Hulk in. The pants, I'm not quite sure. It might be dark green, might be brown or something, but it gives me an idea. And how markers, if you're going Copics, you're paying at least $10 for one marker, maybe a little bit less. If they have a fine detail brush, I don't know. So you might need to get even a smaller detail brush from like a different brand. This one ain't very detailed, so I cannot use this brush. So I don't have a detailed brush. I might need to draw the face in with a black pencil for the time being, because I do not have the detail. It will work. Ink. Also something you can learn. It's a good option here. The cape, I don't know what color the cape is. Red, I think. So to color something in loosely for you, something like this. Color in a little portion, just to show you. If you don't have a Cintiq or something, or you don't have access to a Cintiq, this is the best option to learn. You can even do something like this with watercolor, maybe. So give yourself an option if you want to learn comics. The cape, know where the cape is. You could try drawing it freehand, but you don't have to. I don't know what color her outfit is. Could be red, it could be orange, so I'm going to leave that right now. I'd like to initial somewhere on the drawing. So even here I could initial things somewhere with whatever. When you're going to post it online, it's good to have initial, because sometimes people could take it and post it somewhere else. So at least this way they have an idea who did the artwork. And you could cross hatch if you want. In some places, just go over it at another angle. That's cross hatching. But if you're going to be learning it from me, I don't recommend trying freehand. You could go a little bit bigger than an 8x10, a little bit bigger, but don't go too big. You could put two sheets together if you want to, or put two sheets together if you're trying to do something bigger. So one would be something like this. Then you could draw something bigger this way. So what this table does, it gives me an option to turn it. So if I need to work on the hair, I can work on the hair. I don't know what color her hair is, so I'm just going to leave it right now because I need to have a color picture in front of me, or some kind of tablet with a picture. I don't have a tablet on hand, which would be nice. So a lot of stuff I don't have yet because art is very expensive, and I still want to keep up my art, at least with the comic drawing like this. So I'll leave this at that. I think her dress is kind of red as well, but I'm not quite sure. So I don't want to put a wrong color, and the dress is like a dark blue. So you don't want to second guess yourself. I could later on in the new year maybe do a little bit of anime drawing, like Sailor Moon, or I could do some comics like Garfield. So I'll try to at least buy a couple markers. Maybe I'll look into see if I could get at least a black Copic marker and some kind of detail marker for the face. But this is what you need to be doing for your sketchbook. And if you're drawing on loose paper, I got used to drawing on loose paper. You could cut this out, buy a sketchbook that's a little bit bigger, and just stick them in, and you can show them to your school that way if they ask for sketchbooks. But for me, I got used to drawing on newspaper, so and how I will leave it. You need some kind of flesh color. Watercolor would be good. If you have watercolor, you could try watercolor paper, but it might be hard to see through, so you'll need a light. Turn the light on, and then put your watercolor paper and put your sketch underneath it. It might show through, it might not, I don't know. But you could try also drawing it freehanded. It's a little bit harder to get the full form. So that's why I like tracing it out. So you know the actual pose that you're done making up a pose for the character is the actual pose that the character does. So that's how I like to draw what the character is in its actual pose. So thanks for watching.